We put the love back in your right. It's love in black and white. We put the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.
Hey, yeah. Oh, I'm fading out there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Love in Black and White, where each week, what do we try and do?
Put some dick back in your right. That is
That's right.
right.
Or vagina, however you
vagina,
identify,
however you
whatever.
want, yeah.
I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth. And as always, we have the Coco co-host, the Black Don Juan, the hostess with the mostest, Manulus Rojas Martin Jr.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in, everybody. We have Emeretta, we have Victoria, Felicia, Carla. Thank you guys all for being here today. And letting
Sipping
us-
on Emeretta. Carla was out here what's today? Monday. She was out here Saturday for my Amazon Prime Laugh After Dark taping.
I just gotta say, I forgot. Hello, Kay. Good to see you. Terrell, what's up? Man, Carla is a ride or die. I just gotta say
She is.
that. Not only is she beautiful, but she is amazing on so many other levels. Am I slowing down? Am I glitching out at all?
No, and easy. You're a married man, Manulus.
Whoa, no, I'm just
Easy.
saying, Carla, you're amazing. So, anyway.
Let's get right into it because this might be like a 45-minute episode.
Yeah, we got places to go and people to do.
Yes. Okay. Our teaser from last week. Would you go back to a previous relationship after breaking up with a current? I guess we should clarify levels. Like, would you go back to them just as like to get your loins satisfied?
Yeah,
or
like it was. I don't know if you remember Sophie at the parlor. Sophie said you never waste dick space, so you always just go back and get some like. You always go back and get some old dick instead of just going out and getting some new dick. So I was like,
that's similar to the body count thing, right?
Exactly. It's similar to the body count thing. But I would say, I mean, man, it's so tough when you're thinking about getting oh, I know, I missed you, Felicia. I saw that they were assholes last week. It's just, you know what? When you let white people have a little bit too much fun, you know what I mean? It's just get out of control.
That's what I've been saying. It's a well-oiled 4-part machine, and when you take one of the parts out, then like as everybody knows, you take one part out and then we get back, we break. Okay, so first, have you ever done that? Have you gone back to?
I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, there was like we kind of broke up and then we hooked up again and then we kind of broke up again and hooked up. So it was like that back and forth thing. But I mean, it never was like a full relationship where we were back in it to win. Yeah. So what about you?
I would, yeah. I mean,
or have you? Have you?
I think similar to yours, like somebody that maybe I was dating before, and then we broke up or whatever. But I'm stayed friends with pretty much everybody I dated, and then
right.
They come back for
the dick. Girl, he made me come about 15 times.
But sorry, but
so gross.
I know. There was a comic. This is before I did stand up, so I don't even remember who it was, but he had a saying. He was like, if you go to the fridge and you take out the fridge and it's spoiled, you don't put it back in the fridge hoping it's going to be better tomorrow. You get some new milk,
It's a great saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that there's certain levels. I think married wise, if you ever get a divorce, there's really no going back to that. Sandy J.
No, you're not. You're not 18 minutes late. I got in here early, but we just started broadcasting 4 minutes ago. So you're good,
on
Sandy.
time. That's right. We ain't nobody in the comments rolling on CPT today. God damn it. We are on time.
Felicia said stop, Jay, which is also what I hear from most women.
That sounds a little rapish.
Stop, Jay. It's too much. I can't handle. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you went right to rape. Jesus.
All right.
So we're both like, yeah, I mean, I guess it also, well, I'm cool. Like I said, I'm cool with all my exes. So it's not like we broke up on bad terms to where, the idea of that is like, fuck you or anything, and be like, I mean, why did we break up? What was the reasoning?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I was single, I could see, if I was single, could I see myself going back with any exes? I mean, maybe one or two, but for the most part, like why, like, my mom always was like a firm believer in never look back, always go forward. Even when we would move to different places, she was like, that's your past, focus on, you know, your future and your present. So there ain't no future in your front.
All right. Next thing, I did a daily video about this, and there's been a lot in the news. So because then you get out in timeout. Okay. People right now, well, white people, let's just fucking celebrities. So okay, let's say you're dating someone and they either they've been doing this or they approach you and they're like, hey, just so you know, I don't want it to seem like a weird thing, I really only bathe like maybe once or twice a week. And then you have the second you have kids with them and they're like, because somebody said in an article, they're like, yeah, you know, when your kids start stinking, that's when you give them a bath or bathe them.
You know, and to be fair, I don't know if that's all white people. I think that that's just like there are just certain people with bad hygiene, because like I've talked about on this before, my dad was one of those people who he would take a whole bath in a heartbeat, and he would, like, when we would stay at one of his girlfriend's houses, he would never want to jump. He would just be like, you know what, don't worry about taking a shower, just take this washcloth, wash yourself, and then we're gonna go. I'm like, I would be like, no, I want to take a shower. Yeah. And like my mom was like, don't be taking them whole baths. She was like, get in there and wash your ass. What a big crit. Man, it's you know,
yeah. So have you? I've never dated someone that's like, oh, I only bathe every once in a while or whatever.
No,
fucking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know,
Billy O'Connor. Did you ever meet Billy O'Connor, Manny?
I don't think I did.
He's a fucking legend. What up, Billy? Billy said you had girlfriends you hump. Did they have circles all over them from guys poking them with 10-foot poles? My brother, kill it, you hump. So for those that don't know, Billy O'Connor, very funny comic and also author, has a book called The Mick. And Billy, we'll plug your other. What's the other book? You have The Mick, and then Tales of a Bronx Bookie. Fuck, I know I'm messing up that. He's also got a podcast called The Mick and the Mook, I think it is.
Wow. I just want to say to all the black fans on here, let's not actually pronounce his, just out of respect, but we'll follow. What? I thought you can't say that word.
Is it? Hold on. I might be fucking up the name. Holy shit. It's an Irish and Italian person. Jesus. I just fucking...
I mean, it's okay for you to say, that's your word. I mean,
yeah. Lamar's Gamble, Confessions of a Bronx, a Mick, a Mook, and a Mike. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus. I was like, is a Mook? Is that bad? A fucking...
No, I was thinking the other one.
The Mick?
Yeah.
You know what? I give you a pass, man. You're Black Irish. You can say it.
Yeah. My Micah.
Micah.
I said my Micah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a hard R on there. I was like, Manny, I gave you a pass, but not for the hard R on Mick. my Micker. That Micker crazy. Mickers be shopping.
There's Micker in my neighborhood.
Dude, I hate when I go to the movies and all these fucking Mickers are talking through the movie. I'm like, God, you Irish fucks, shut up. Oh shit. But yeah, if you get a chance, go look up Billy O'Connor. He's the best. He did Aska with me and Kev on stage about a first responder. I know this isn't dating related to, but Billy's one of my dearest friends and I love him. So I'm just going to give him a quick plug. But Billy's story, he fought in Vietnam. He's born in Ireland, came over here from Ireland, fought in Vietnam. He was a firefighter. He was a 9/11 first responder. He was also a bookie back in the day. He's lived an insane life. These are some of these books here: Lamar's Gamble, Confessions of a Bronx Bookie, a Mick, and then his podcast is a Mick, a Mook, and a Mike. So check him out if you get a chance. He's the best.
I just want to say, you know, to Carla's point, here on the Love and Black and White podcast, we never want to offend anybody, and we just want to say to any Irish fans out there, although Jay is Irish, I only have a tiny percentage of Irish, and I probably should not have said that word, so I apologize to any Irish fans out there. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, my Micah. So, Jesus. Oh yeah, the bathing thing. Okay, so yeah, of course, Billy, you're the fucking best. I love you, brother. So yeah, what would you do? Okay, you're dating somebody. We'll not say Crystal. You're dating her.
Yeah. Let's say I'm dating.
You've been dating 3 months.
Okay,
it's going good. You guys don't live together yet, but
Tammy Joe.
Yeah, there you go. And okay, here, perfect. Okay. Oh, Tammy Joe. Hi, Manny Liz.
Hey, Tammy Joe. It's been a minute, baby. How you doing?
Pretty good. You know, I just been thinking that I might start, you know, cutting down on water, maybe just bathe like maybe once a week. Just want to let you know so it didn't seem weird, or if you were wondering why the water bill's going down so much. I'm just trying to help, honey.
You know, Timmy Joe, baby. You know, the only thing that I worry about is, you know, I just want to make sure everything smells right. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get a little musty. Sometimes, you know, we all work up a sweat. You know, I just want
I
to make
left my family.
That'd be a hard conversation to have because you know, I wonder about it. And like, it was so me and my sister had this disgusting joke about my dad where
Hey,
because you know
Sandy.
because because my dad took those hoe baths, right? And he was always just using a wash rag. We used to call him the mud because
Oh God.
because we were saying that he was giving chicks the muddy dick. It was like, ugh. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta clean yourself, you gotta shower, you gotta bathe because that shit is you can't be sleeping with people and not
Oh,
bathing. You know what I mean? It's like,
dude,
this
this isn't
yeah,
this isn't sorry, I was gonna say it's not necessarily bathing, but it's I'm not a hygiene thing, but I just remember me and my pops, we were gonna go play hoop one day, and, and I remember specifically my dad's in his bedroom, but his door's open, and he's got a jock strap on already, right? So he's got I think I might have told you the story way before.
I don't remember. Remind
So
me.
okay, so just envision my pops, this, you know, when he's fucking 40-ish,
Yeah.
he's got on a t-shirt or a tank top, his fucking barrel chest, and a jock strap. That's it. So that's what he's got on right now. And he's putting on a second jock strap. And I'm looking at him, I go, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, my fucking balls are too big. He goes, I need fucking 2 jocks. My junk is too heavy. And I was like, all right, fucking, I guess.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. Oh yeah, no, it's, you know, it's wild to me. I couldn't imagine, like, that's the worst thing you could do to a significant other, I think, especially like to your wife or to your girlfriend, is like, go play a game of basketball, not wash your balls, and then want to get, you know what I mean, get freaky. So it's like, now,
dude, that's like I say this after the shows, like if I take pictures or I'm hugging someone, or like, you know, because I'm, you know, I'll hug whoever, but
yeah.
I also, or if somebody tries to hug me, like if it's right after the show, I'll go, hey, I'm all sweaty, you don't want to touch me. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't care. But I remember I dated this one girl, and she would want to like go at it after I played hoop, and I always felt gross. I was like, I feel so gross.
Man,
Let me
that was
shower.
I'm just like you, where there's something about being under those lights where you just sweat profusely. And I'll never forget, I think it was on my Comedy Central thing where right after my set, my whole shirt was drenched, and somebody tried to come up to me and like hug me, and I was like, oh, no thanks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, dude, I'm like, let me wash my fucking musty balls. I just fucking hooped. Gross.
But back to your question. So remind me the question one more time.
How would you? What would you do if you're dating someone and they want to just bathe once a week? Let's say, I don't know, maybe they read an article or they just had a change, but they're like, yeah, and they've been up until this point. They bathe daily, which is fucking wild to say.
Yeah, exactly. I would at some point, yeah, I mean, once it started like becoming evident, I'd be like, well, once I knew that, I was like, you know, just hygienically, you got to bathe, because I can't be dating or married to somebody who's not showering, because then how am I going to pass that on to my kid? You know, telling them about like, hey, you got to keep up your hygiene, but your mother doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, that would automatically be a red flag where I'd have to step back and be like, nah, they don't shower. I'm good.
I missed the dad story. My kids were screaming, so I had to be a mom and yell, oh, it's just my pops has massive testicles, so he wears 2 jock straps, which was fucking weird watching him put on. Is there even a nice way to tell someone they smell? That's a good, like
we had a buddy
go ahead. No, you go.
We had a buddy in high school who he smelled awful. I mean, like literally like shit. And I don't know if like I remember people hurt his feelings. He was a hell of an athlete, but people hurt his feelings, and I always felt bad, because even then, you know, like you just kind of make jokes and you see how that shit hurts people, but it's like I wonder, there's something deeper when people aren't bathing and taking care of themselves. You know, I think it is a psychological thing, probably. Maybe you weren't coddled or you weren't taken care of as a baby.
And so, like, being a big dude as I am, I'm like, I feel like I'm overly. There's like, it's weird how shit affects your life. So, being a tall and a big dude, like, I'm always self-conscious about high waters. Like, I could never wear. I know that's like a fashion now. A fashion thing is. Oh shit, Greg Williams, what up? Greg Williams in here. Greg, great comic, featured for me, and he's the headliner, but he featured for me in Nashville, where they had the biggest rainstorm in fucking a century. But what's up, Greg? Good comic.
Everybody follow Greg and Billy. So make sure you check them out.
You're glad you missed it. What the fuck? Oh, so again, being a big and tall dude. So growing up, I was, I think I had a pair of high waters, just barely high waters in like maybe 8th grade. And I took a fucking beating. So ever since then, I am so self-conscious about my shit shrinking or being too small. I could never get on board with the high water fashion thing. You will never see my fucking ankles or socks. Sorry. And then
we lived the same fucking childhood because it was like, I remember getting tormented. Like, my mom wouldn't buy baggy fucking clothes. And, they're like, hey, yo, look at Manny's fucking jeans. Look how high them shits are. He's nigga wearing shorts. And I'm like, oh my God. So.
Carlos said, I see Jay sweaty on stage, but I never noticed the smell after the show. He's a freak of nature, though. Yeah, I am. And that's the other thing. Being a big dude is like, I'm very self-aware of, like, I courteous to other people, like sitting wise, like I will make myself uncomfortable because I don't want to impede on them. And so I worked with this dude way back when I had a day job, but this is 20 some years ago when I was working at Comcast. And I remember we were in training and there was a big fat dude. Sorry, no other way to say it. Which, that's fine. Hey, whatever you are, that's great. We accept it, right, Manulus?
You're right. Yes, we
even
do.
You're for fat pig.
We just want to say here on Love in Black and White, size does not matter. You know what? You be sexy as you. You know what? It does. No, you know what? I'll take that back. Size matters in the bedroom, ladies. You know what I mean? And I know that. We know that. But sometimes it is the motion of the ocean. But
Guyanese got in here. Cookies in here. BS Jeffrey, San Francisco 49er girl, just trying to give some shout outs. K Ayoka Pearl. So anyways, this big dude, we're in training and he stunk like straight asshole. Like he didn't wipe his ass. I don't know what, maybe, and I'm sure it was difficult for him because he was a fucking huge dude. Yeah. Big Daddy Chris said, being a big guy, you learn how to make sure you aren't too offensive to the nostrils when doing things if you can help it. Yeah, exactly. You're self-aware. I mean, hopefully you're self-aware. But dude, it was so bad with this one dude that HR, while he's in training at a new job, and HR had to come in and go, hey, we've had some complaints about how you smell. And I'm like, how do you even breach that conversation?
Oh my God. It smells like prison laundry.
Billy O'Connor fucking with the prison laundry. Yeah.
Like stale semen. I was gonna say, and for anybody like who is, I mean, I feel like everybody in here has probably seen you at some point on stage, but Jay is 6'7", but takes, like, I've lived with you
6'8". It's cool.
6'8". Sorry, my bad. You know what I mean? I would like to test that because maybe gravity brought you down a bit. But the thing is, you always, like, no matter what, whenever going to your place or whenever we live together, you always smelled like smell goods all over the place. Cologne, we'd be in the car. Smells like a brand new car with incense or air fresheners, whatever. You're just very like conscientious of whatever smell you're putting forth. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's being self-aware as far as a big dude or a fat dude or whatever, or self-conscious about that, but it's like even having a dog. I also think I might have a sensitive nose. Like I can smell a lot of shit, whatever. But like having a puppy and having a dog, that was one thing. Is I was like, my place will not be where you walk in and you're like, oh, you have animals here, or it fucking smells like dog. Fuck all that. Shout out to Monique.
Oh,
Tiffany
hey.
Monique. I was just talking to her on IG. She. I'm glad everybody give a shout out to Tiffany Monique.
Tiffany Monique. In
give her full name. She had a fucking Delta variant and just keep coming out of it.
I would like to know more about that at some point, like how bad it was.
Dude, do you know Kenesha Buss? She did the fucking Heart of the City with you, right?
Yeah.
She's got it right now?
Oh, are you shitting me?
And bad. Like, dude, she put a video out. I can't find the video now, but she's like talking to the camera and she's like, and like can't hardly fucking breathe, dude.
Like,
It's
I love
terrifying.
Kanisha, but Kanisha was very anti like vaccine, and like I think she gets on conspiracy theories, and I pray that she comes out of this okay, because it's like just bad.
Oh,
I
look,
mean,
look at this. She said you got questions asked.
yes. So Tiffany, take us through it. Like, what?
Tiff,
Yeah,
oh, Kanisha did
yeah.
not have a vaccine.
She didn't have a
Damn.
vaccine. Yeah. So Tiffany, tell us about, like, you were were you vaccinated, and like how many days were you out?
I think she was down 2 weeks. She was saying, yeah, she does. It's not
That's
cool.
the thing.
She has
Yeah,
a little
she's
bit.
got a little one, and it's like, yeah, okay. And see, even Greg, I have an anti-vaxxer coworker who just got it. It's wild to me. It's like you see all these people dying, and I don't know what it takes. It's like you could talk to, even when you talk to a doctor, it's like, talk to a real doctor. Don't talk to a naturopath about it. See, okay. So I figured.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were saying you were vaccinated in February. Do you know which one you had? That's terrifying because I'm vaccinated too, and I know that they were saying like being vaccinated helps if you were to get it again. But I wasn't sure how it affects if you were to get the Delta variant. And she's saying that she had the Johnson & Johnson. I mean, that's the worst of all of them, isn't it? Right?
I'm
just kidding.
60%. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm still glad that you got it though, because I think that it still helps. So Greg, that's crazy to me that like this person that works in a hospital as a nurse didn't get vaccinated. That's like you're at ground zero, not taking care of your shit. And so it's just wild to me. I just don't understand, where people trust the internet more than they trust a physician. I don't get it.
Yeah,
it's
dude, it's I mean, I've said on here and like where I didn't post like my fucking vaccinated card or whatever,
Right.
but I mean I was vaccinated. I got the Pfizer both the shots or whatever months ago, and I mean for the longest I've been saying, hey, if you want to get vaccinated, cool. If you don't, cool, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. But it's like I'm seeing shows getting canceled again, and I don't know if we're going to go into another lockdown, but it keeps being like murmurs of, oh, we might go into another lockdown, and I'm
it's
like,
crazy. I mean, and that's the thing.
Kidding me?
We could have been out of this shit if one. Okay, I'm with Greg. It's like they believe that hype from 45, man. The shit is crazy. It's like you literally could have just wore a mask in the beginning. And if everybody had to stay the fucking inside, but it's like, you can't tell us what to do. You know what I mean? And so, okay, whatever. You didn't want to stay inside, wear a mask. And then it was like, oh, you're not going to, affect my rights. You're not going to make me wear a mask. Okay, well, fuck it. Then take the vaccine. No, you're not going to put this shit in me. And so it's one thing after another. And it's fucking insane.
Yeah, Sandy. So Sandy was going to come to the Amazon taping, and we were all excited because it was like, oh, I mean, I've met Sandy in person before, but she was going to come out. She'd meet Carla. Andrea was at the taping too, and Liz was going to be there, but Liz was out of town anyways. But Sandy hit me up, and she was like, I feel like I'm getting symptoms. I'm not going to come because I don't know if I'm getting COVID or whatever. Got tested, and luckily she didn't have it. Okay, this thing is crazy. All Tiffany was saying, yeah, dude, it's fucking. Oh man, I mean, I also read that you may have to get like an update even if you've been vaccinated. I forget the proper term. Greg's an RN, so he will have more knowledge on this shit than me. But it's fucking terrifying,
It really is. And then San Francisco 49er girl, she made a trip to Florida where it's just fucking out of control there. So it sounds like no one was vaccinated out there. Now she's stuck in a hotel room, which is just fucking wild. So fuck. Take the proper precautions, people. Don't let it kill you off. I mean, I'm sure something's gonna get us at some point. Not to be dark on this, but it's like if it's not fucking global warming, it's probably gonna be COVID,
yeah, dude,
or the police,
or the fucking aliens. We're all fucked.
Fucking, yeah, that's crazy. I'm with Terrell. Like, it's like, Texas sitting there acting like shit ain't happening. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you're not gonna. Don't Fauci on my Florida. Don't Biden trying to. It's like, oh my.
Have you seen all the people that were like anti-vaxxers that got it and are dying?
It's crazy,
dude.
It's like my human, like it was humanistic or like my humanitarian whatever is like. I just feel like such a piece of shit because I'm just like, you love seeing the universe right itself. you know, like when people are like dicks, but I don't want to see anybody die.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would love to see somebody get within an inch of death and then come back from that shit.
Damn. Greg said they are restricting visitors in the hospitals, and I have to wear M95 all night when I work. And Greg, I gave the right title, right? You're a RN nurse. And if or that is that like being redundant? Again, you know, I'm not smart. Greg,
RN stands for a registered nurse, right? But,
I know that's
Greg is a PhD doctor. For those of you who don't know, ladies, so you know what? Holler at a doctor, Greg. Shout out.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I'm with Sandy. Give me all the boosters. You know, I don't give a shit. Load me up with that shit because I am trying to avoid getting sick.
Cookie said it's called thinning the herd. Manny, they were all breathing. Tiffany said they were all breathing on folks and unmasked, and we're like, "You're wearing a mask?" Oh yeah, she got it in Florida. Yeah.
So I'm with Tiffany. Okay, so I just got a quick story. I know we're getting off of all.
No, you're right.
But okay, check this out. So went to go pick up my niece the other day. We were down in Covington, right? This lady is standing across the street, clearly, you know, tan like Hulk Hogan, got a bikini on, gut sticking out. And she's like,
was it me? Was it Tammy Joe?
Might have been a Tammy Joe, right? And so this Tammy Joe, you know, we go in and our niece had COVID probably like a month ago. And so we were picking her up to take her for the weekend. She was good now. And so we're all wearing masks because we were like, all right, if you're going to stay with us for the weekend, you got to wear a mask. I know you haven't been anywhere, but, you know, we got to keep Crystal safe because she's pregnant. So we come outside and the Hulk Hogan neighbor, you know, Tammy Joe too, is like, she's like, why are y'all wearing masks? And we're like, and I'm just like, I don't even want to engage, you know what I mean? Because there's a child here and I don't want to say, bitch, why don't you tuck in your stomach? You know what I mean? Like,
why don't you take that flap of fat over your stomach and put it over your fucking face, you fat fuck?
But she's like, she already had COVID. You don't need a mask. And we were just like, I just wanted to be like I wanted to be like one of them Boston people, mind your fucking business before I break your hip. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted to be on that shit, but I like Crystal was just like, Crystal was heated. She was like, because I'm fucking pregnant, mind your business. And we all got in the car and just bounced. But it was like, I don't understand why people are so concerned about like, yo, I'm wearing a mask. It doesn't affect you. Yeah, Tammy Joe too. We said,
yeah,
Tammy Joe's cousin. Oh my god,
we should have somebody draw what Tammy Joe would look like. I envision a mullet, and just what you were saying, half shirt, gut. But she has like really thin, in shape legs, but she has a fucking gut.
But they're all scarred up.
Yeah. Very pale, very pale, very pale.
I love the mullet. We got to draw this person.
Yeah, she has a tattoo that it was a Confederate flag, but since she's, you know, changed her life, it's fucking she changed it into something else. I don't know.
It's like a flower.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like a cross, a circle with a line through it, and then it says Wakanda forever underneath it because she thought that would like fucking fix it. I'm curious, how did you imagine Tammy Joe Sandy? She said that's not how I imagine Tammy Joe. I will say this, like at the beginning, like when it was first coming out, I could understand some people being like, I don't trust the government, this and that. Not to try and be funny, but especially people of color, black people. You know, the Tuskegee shit where they wouldn't give the gonorrhea, I think it was gonorrhea medicine or whatever. But like my retort to that would be, okay, but they're giving this to white people. Like exactly. It's all these white people. And I saw a thing on TikTok where some anti-vaxxer or whatever was like, show me where Trump said he did it, and then took it. And so this guy played a news thing where Trump's like, yeah, I took the vaccine or whatever. Right. Jean panties. Janties.
Oh my God. But you know, I'm with you. It's like
syphilis. Holy shit. Did you tell me this before that your uncle was part of that, Tiffany? Syphilis. It was syphilis, not gonorrhea.
Yeah. No, it was syphilis. And I mean, I guess, you know, especially being in the black community, you're like a lot more hesitant towards stuff just because you don't want to be fucked over. But honestly, it's like I felt like, yeah, the vaccine was made for white people, so why don't you jump on it? You know what I mean? Yeah. If I can take it. And it's I don't know. I mean, I wasn't. Yeah, I'll be honest though. Things kind of changed because I was willing to trust. I wasn't willing to trust the vaccine when Trump was president because I'm like, oh, he's just rushing this shit. But then when the Biden administration, was like, I just felt like they were probably more honest about shit. And it was like, yeah, I'll take that vaccine over, and it's the same fucking vaccine. So, but it's just like Trump lied about so much shit that I'm just like, fuck, is this a real vaccine? So that's probably what the other side is feeling, is like, oh, of course Biden's gonna lie to us. We don't trust him. We don't even think he's the real president. So
yeah, and it's so crazy too. Like, I can totally get that, where somebody's like, oh, I didn't trust Trump, and but in the grand scheme of things, they're all fucking the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's just packaged differently. Like,
exactly,
fucking.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, trust your doctor over anybody. It's like your doctor, for the most part, shouldn't lie to you about shit. I mean, get a second opinion, if anything. So,
I got the antibody infusion halfway through my quarantine. People were white, black, teens, old, everyone. Yeah.
The scary part about it now is that kids can be affected by it. I'm seeing like little kids dying, and it's like, fuck, they can't get vaccinated. So, yeah.
I mean, dude, and it's like, I mean, again, I don't fucking know, but like, people will post this like, see, like, where they're talking about vaccine cards, like you'll have to carry that, and they won't let you travel unless you've been vaccinated, and people are like, see, this is what they do. This is the first step of the government, and
it's so crazy because I know people like that who are just like, oh my god, fucking this is what they've been talking about in Revelations. This is how they identify us and all this. I'm like, no, stop it. Wait, okay. So anybody listening, Sandy always envisioned
Tammy Jo.
So go ahead, read it, Jay.
No, you got it.
Okay. She wears a muumuu and flip flops, has canker sores, dirty, literally greasy blonde hair, big round belly, flat booty. Jump in her back.
That must be hump
in her back. 6'2", cap in her teeth, missing 2 bottom teeth. That is fucking hilarious.
I mean, I am beautiful. And she just thinks she's the shit. I left my family for Manulus. I swallowed his cum.
Jesus. See, that is the saddest shit to me with Tiffany. Like, okay, our children's hospital is over capacity. It's so sad. Fuck, man. It's like, like, do what's right for the kids. Like, you got to protect people that can't protect themselves, So,
I mean, I mentioned this before, and we can get off this, but when I quarantined, like, for the first 5 or 6 months, I was with, I came back from Boston. They cut my tour short because of COVID, and Hillary Hudson, Big Pine Comedy Festival, Mic Drop Comedy Club, part of Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, and one of my closest friends. When I was coming back, at that time, I always say I was living on the road, and I was homeless, but not in a bad way. But during the week, right, I would stay either with our buddy Sean in Pasadena, or I would stay at Hillary's during the week. So when I was coming back, she was like, you're welcome to stay with us and the family, because you're part of the family. We feel like, and we love you and everything. But she was like, the only thing is, you can't, and this was at the very beginning of the lockdown, where we didn't know how long, what was going to happen or anything. But she was like, only thing is, you can't take gigs because Hillary has her own autoimmune issues that she has to deal with. She can't get the vaccine because of it. So she was like, I can't have you going out and doing gigs or open mics or whatever for fear that you might bring something back. And I told her, I was like, no, I 100% commit to, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'll be in lockdown with you, and we'll get through this or whatever. So it's like, and I look at her as like, that's one of the reasons. She's like an example of one of the reasons why, I mean, also for myself, but for people that can't get the vaccine for medical reasons,
Exactly. And it just still blows my mind that if we all just would have stayed put for fucking just a month, if everybody could have just said, you know what, I'm good for a month. I know some people's finances aren't to where they could have done that. But if everybody could stay placed for a month, we probably would be done with this shit by now. But whatever.
Yeah. Leah said, I heard the black market are taking, I think it's African American market, are taking non-vaccinated sperm. Really? Who the fuck are you talking to that's connected to the black market, Leah? What the fuck? And then Victoria said that Office Max and Office Depot will laminate your cards for free. Interesting.
I need to get mine laminated. That'd be dope.
I just took a picture of it so I can show somebody if they need.
And then there's also this thing that you're online in a lot of places where it has your vaccinated stuff. So it actually, you can scan it and show people. So.
Interesting. United Airlines says United Airlines says, "Get vaccinated or get fired." Oh, look at this. Wait, we might have a drop in. Can you not play that? Well, this is Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy acts like he's never. Oh,
Yeah, look who it is, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Sean McCann. For those that don't know, met Sean on Grindr. Sean's here visiting. Hey, everybody's saying, "Hey, Sean," or Sean's in the chat, so he'll fucking. You can see it. Sean the man. He's out here visiting. His parents are got a house out here, and he came out for the weekend.
Oh shit, they're in Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Fuck. Sorry, that sidetracked me. Okay, let's get back into our shit. Okay, what is the best relationships advice a parent has ever given you, and what is the worst? I mean, my pops kind of gave me both the best and worst.
Yeah, don't ever trust. I think our pops gave us the same fucking advice. Don't ever trust a woman who says she's on the pill.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my pops. I mean, dude, I can remember. It's funny because I always say I would get that. That's, by the way, that's Patrick from Nobody Likes Onions saying popping in like a McDonald's drive-through. That's a fucking running joke. Him and Sean. Sean gives out songs. What the fuck? I want to hear. Everybody's giving Sean love. Ah, look at that. Isn't that just so fucking great for Sean? But it was weird, like, because I was being raised by my grandparents, and I would get different advice in different ears. Like on one part, my grandparent, like my grandmother, would be like, never raise your voice at a lady when you and my grandparents never really like got into shouting matches. Every once in a while it'd be something like, oh, Jay, or my grandfather Jay, or Rosemary Rowe, whatever.
Rosemary,
but then,
what the fuck?
Yeah. But then my pops would be like, never believe a woman when she says she's on the pill. Women will try and get you for money, this and that. And so it was like I would hear different, input from various sources. But I would say that my pops probably was the the worst and best.
Yeah, my mom always told me, whenever you're dating somebody, always remember that that's somebody's sister or somebody's daughter, and that that eventually will be somebody's mom. So always treat them with respect, because you'd want somebody to treat us with respect, which I thought it was great advice. But then again, you start thinking about that, like, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to make any moves. I don't want to touch anybody. You know what I mean? Like, even if they touch me, let them engage first, whatever. My dad had some of the worst advice. There was this girl that I used to fool around with, like back when I was like 17, and he was like, yeah, don't be fooling around with her. Maybe like let her suck your dick or something, but we don't know. I was just like, what?
Oh fuck.
I don't think he even really knew that we were fooling around, but he was like, yeah, maybe let her suck your dick or something, but don't get nobody pregnant.
The voice. I remember this isn't necessarily dating advice, but I was trying to get over on my pops, like lied about something, and my dad is like, lie to women and your fucking stupid friends. Don't you ever fucking lie to me. I was like, all right, your fucking dumb friends.
Oh my God,
and Leah said no Sadie Hopkins today. You guys aren't matching. Oh wait, I didn't know what color's that. Mine's gray. Oh yeah, so is mine.
Oh, just two different.
It's crazy. Wasn't even thinking about that. Anyways, good. Tiffany said my mom's advice: it never gets better. What you first get is the best you're gonna get. God damn.
Oh man.
My Nana's advice: men ain't shit.
My Nana's everybody got a good Nana advice one. Men ain't shit. The end. So true. Yo, my mom's in the chat. Woo!
Oh shit. Right there. Oh man.
Mrs. McCann. So grateful to have you here. We won't say anything crazy like Phil usually does.
I left my family.
I wonder if I gotta ask if Sean's mom has any advice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What kind of advice would you give mom as far as dating, or even advice for Sean right now? If you were to give him good advice on
I can't wait. Sean's gonna be like, okay, mom, leave now. Yeah, Mama McCann, which I'm gonna probably see in the next couple of days. What's some great dating advice? Because you've been with Papa McCann for a while. What's some advice you have for the kids? for the youth.
For the youth over here.
Yeah, Sandy, 100%.
Settle down, everybody. We have to be on good behavior. Yes, we are always on good behavior here in the Love and Black and White chat. Let's see. Where did we leave off? What was the best advice?
We were getting advice from Mama McCann. She probably left.
Right. Yeah, if she's still here. Well,
maybe she's on the phone right now with Sean. Like, how do I do this? What is happening? Yeah, we were talking best and worst dating advice, and I was saying I think we covered it. Your dad, just let her, do the thing. So go over some scriptures, right, Mrs. McCann? Okay. 48 years they've been together. Damn.
Wow. See, that is amazing. Like, right? Okay. 48 years. Think about that for a minute. So let's just say they got together when they were 20. So right now, maybe 68. It's amazing to me when somebody can stand somebody else's shit for that long. You know what I mean? Like, just because men are ridiculous. Like, we are some of the, I don't know. Anyways,
I like one of these questions you have in here, Manulus, because I was just talking to Sean about this. So while we wait for Mrs. McCann to Mama McCann, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama McCann, while we wait for her response, this is a question that was in here that I was just talking to Sean about.
Yep.
Is there an age where your partner is where we'll say either you or your partner is too old to be experimenting with drugs? Now, one obviously depends on the drug, but
right.
Weed, I think weed's not, I don't even consider it like,
honestly, I don't think you're ever too old to experience or to experiment with weed. Probably. Like, I don't really mess with weed because of what you two did to me, but yeah, I would say I would think in your 40s, you probably are. Oh, look at the love. Look at that. See, and like that, there is no relationship like a mom and a son's. I hope my mom never joins this. Actually, my mom and my aunts were like, yeah, you and Jay just talk too much nasty stuff on here. We couldn't watch
it. look at Softy Sean in here. What? New?
Yeah, no, I'm with Sean. I don't think that there should be an age limit for weed because, honestly, I think alcohol to some extent is even worse. It is way worse than weed. But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you're dabbling with like shroom, are shrooms bad? I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect because I just told Sean this yesterday. Okay, so Gabe, there's a lot of porn starts. Oh fuck! But that's stepmoms, Patrick. No, so I was just talking to Sean yesterday about Gabe. Gabe Botten was out here for a while, and he had some shrooms, and he kept wanting me to try them with him, which he's done before. I've never done shrooms. And I was like, fine. I'm honestly like, I'm scared to because it's something I've never done. Right. And the hardest thing I've ever done is weed. But I told Sean yesterday, I think I'm going to try it and make sure like everything is set where I'm with somebody I trust, all that shit, Yeah. Because the reason why, you know what put it over for me is Bill Burr just recently did shrooms. He was on Tom Segura's podcast and talking about how like it fixed some shit in his head, opened shit up for him.
So there was actually a scientific study, and I think that B.S. Jeffrey actually said microdosing actually helps. It's something with the psilocybin that actually it helps your brain deal with certain things.
Psilocybin, I used to date him. What up, Phil?
Bitch, you do not say my name right, you muddy fucker. You know Wakan, psilocybin.
Mr. Sabin.
But it's like I heard that it's actually it does something to the brain where it actually helps you get past certain I don't know if it's traumas or depression, whatever it may be, but it's supposedly good for you. But I'm with you. If it was set up in the right scenario and I was in a safe place,
okay.
Yeah.
Are you being like nice Manny or
no.
You personally, would you not talking about like your partner and them being cool with it? Would I approach you and it's cleared with Crystal, whatever, she's on board for whatever. And I'm like, okay, Manny, we're going to do mushrooms together, or you're going to do them and we're going to just be here for you, set up and all this. Yeah. Would you legit do it? Or would you be like,
no. Okay. Let me explain why. There is something like, and I don't know if it's getting more in tune with like, the essence of who you are, but I've never had a good trip because of
Yeah.
what happened last time. I thought I was dying because I wasn't near anybody. So I would love to see where my brain takes me on this journey. Sometimes you think about what these shamans went through with like drinking. Like I think that they took sometimes mushrooms and like boiled them and then drank them and then went on these crazy like journeys to whatever the other side was. And I would love to see where my brain takes me. It may be the scariest thing, but as long as I was in a controlled environment, I would love to see it. My biggest fear is that I'm going to be the person to overdose or have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Well,
dude, we come from the Len Bias.
Yeah.
Like, Len Bias, drafted by the Celtics, was at the time kind of viewed maybe as good, or if not better than Michael Jordan, first round pick of the Celtics, and did cocaine for his first time, which, that's horseshit, but fucking died. That was why I never did cocaine, because I was like, this guy did it his first time and fucking died. I'm like, oh, fuck it. Which, now I'm too old. My fucking heart will explode. But mushrooms, like, I want to do them because it, from what I hear, it takes you to places, it opens up shit. But Burr was saying it like resolved shit from his childhood.
That's what I was hearing.
And it was like so weird. He said it was like, it was weird. Like it was just right there all this time. But like this helped him get through whatever. And he was happy he did it. So I was like, fuck, all right, maybe I'll try this shit,
See, Sean's right. Sean just said, Manny, you're like me. Mushrooms wouldn't work for you. You need too much control over your mental. And that's the thing. I don't think I have enough control to not go too far or, constantly be reassessing where am I at, but I would love to see it. And to Cookie's point, Crystal is okay with that. There was a point where she actually was like, we should try this. You know what I mean? And I think being with her, this is prior to her being pregnant. Now that you got a baby, you can't be on mushrooms carrying a baby around. You know what I mean? So those days are probably gone unless I'm on the road with Jay somewhere. Safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was my first time ever smoking weed. That was I didn't like it because
wait a minute. Fucking Carla, or go to therapy.
I could go to therapy. Yeah. I think he is in therapy, or he has gone to therapy. Sandy said, I don't like mushrooms in my food. Certainly won't take them to lose my mind. Daddy Manny. Small doses allow you to stay in control. That's good to know, BS. But the first time I ever smoked weed, I was with Doug Benson, a little name drop. But Doug, he, after I'd done it for a while, he was like, so what do you think? You think you'll do this again, or are you enjoying it? And at the time I was like, no, but I figured it out why is because I'm kind of a control freak in the sense of like my surroundings, my environment, and I was fighting the high. Like I was trying to still stay in control and aware of my surroundings, and I couldn't just let go. But then since then, now I love getting high. My only problem is I can't stop eating when I'm high. So they'll have to cut me out of a house.
Same thing with me with cut me out of a house. For me, even with being drunk, like whenever I did drink, I never really get to the point of being drunk because I'm always trying to stay in control. It's like I like in my head, even when I'm a little buzzed, I'm like, keep it together. You don't want to look sloppy. Don't take another drink. Because like
looking at me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I'd be with for those of you guys who don't know, we used to have this this guy who did all the graphics and the tech stuff at Parlor Live in Bellevue, which was our comedy club. Aaron, and Aaron would always be like, come on, Manny, let's go grab a drink. Aaron would just toss him back. And I would just be like, all right, I'm starting to get a little buzz. He's like, come on, man, you have another one. And I'm like, I can't, man. I still have to drive and keep my shit together. He was like, no, we got our wives driving us home tonight. And I'm just like, no, keep the shit together. Don't fucking get blacked out. So, but to me, that's why alcohol is so much more dangerous than, it's like, and also it destroys your body at a completely different rate. So,
BS Jeffrey and Tiffany was saying, agreed. BS, your crowd and location make or break your high. So, we'll be interested. I think Gabe's coming back here in November, and I think I'm going to try him in November. So we'll see how it is. But we got to wrap it up. I know it's a short one. It's on me. Don't get mad at Manny. Guys, stop. Don't yell at Manny.
Why? Right. Why are you guys yelling? Let's see. What's our teaser for next week?
Let's see. Let's see. What is what are your final thoughts? Oh, we have the Val thing. We haven't ever talked about that. In light of Oh, here we go. This will be the teaser.
Okay.
In light of Cosby being released from jail, if you were in a 30+ year relationship with someone who is now in jail, at what point would you leave, and how long? Excuse me, how long would you stay?
Ooh, that's a
And we
deep
can
one.
get into what are they in for jail? God, I can't
For.
talk.
What are they in jail
for? You know, is it you know, rape? Is it fucking jaywalking that they just
Yeah.
never deal with? You know, Sanders. Sorry you just got here, but thank you for coming late. Better late than never.
Exactly. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I think that's it. You want to plug anything?
No, you know me, still in quarantine, still in this void, if you will.
I will plug. Let's see, Wednesday here in Vegas, I'm filming a thing called The Closers. That I'm not sure where it's gonna end up on. It's gonna be film. What are you laughing at?
I'm just for those of you who are like listening to the podcast, Tiffany just said the day after sentencing, I'm out that bitch.
Wednesday I'm filming The Closers here in Vegas at Notoriety, and then this weekend I will be at the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I'll be there, and then next week I'll be at Jokesters in San Antonio. You can go to bigirishj.com.
And then one other thing I just want to say on here, don't take any medical advice we say to heart, because we're not
or
doctors,
dating or relationship
or
just advice in general.
Anything we say, you know, this is mostly a comedy show, but make sure you are asking your doctors if the vaccines are best for you, and just make sure you take care of you both mentally and physically. We love you, and until then, we'll be putting the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.
Thanks everybody. Bye.